And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and it is chilly outside. 53 right now as you begin your day. We should get to 68, and I have to file a formal complaint, Odie.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know the answer to this of who, what, or why, but our special guest this morning, Becky, come in here and yawned, and now everybody in the studio's yawning.
It's gone in a circle.
How, really and truly, how does that work? It doesn't matter where you go to a doctor's office. All it takes is one person in the corner to do it, and before long, everybody's yawning.
And you can say yawn.
Wow.
To make you
But what is it?
yawn.
There's got to be a medical answer for
Maybe
that.
we need to put in a grant from the government and see
Do a
if
study?
we can't do a study.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the grant, we'll just say we still don't know.
It's kind of how everything else works.
Give us another grant, we'll do another study.
15 years, we're still working on it. We'll get back with y'all.
Yeah.
Studies and studies. That's how it works there. What's going to happen with the weather? Let's go ahead and put this out there. I like to everybody know what's forecasted for the week. And here's what we got. Now, don't forget this. As always, we remind you about burning. Today is a no-no. Like, absolutely not. Because the National Weather Service has told us it's just really a bad idea.
Too much wind, and yes, we got some rain, but that wind's going to dry some of that out, and it doesn't take long for it to spread.
That's correct. Now, as we look at that forecast, this is what's set up for this week, as we'll see 68 today and tomorrow, and then warming up by the weekend for perfect weather for everything that's going to be going on. Becky show's coming up at the mall. You can come up, see us there at the old Tuesday morning building, and then car show going on out south of town, and then Sip and Savor that night. So it's plenty to do. Walk in the street, not freeze to death. I think that'll be good.
Feels good outside.
You like to blow. You are one of those short sleeve wearing guys that.
I usually don't wear long sleeve or a jacket unless it snows.
Yeah, let them give you some medicine and see what happens to you. Be 80 and you.
I've gotten some more long sleeves here lately.
Oh, it just seems to be that the older you get, the more that happens.
Yeah.
And then you go home to visit your mama, and it's very hot in there. You ever been that? So, and it is really for people that don't move a lot, that do a lot of sitting. Their houses are usually like toasty.
Always. Oh, my grandmother was like that. Donald says, where's the car show going to be? And that's going to be at the Precast Group.
Yep. Highway 145, just south of town. Go to where the Precast.
Yeah, one of those words.
That's correct. And you'll find the show there.
Yep.
So it.
A bunch of people going to be there.
Oh yeah, we'll give you a map here in just a little while and show you where all that's going to be fun. But come on out to that. Last year was their first. This is the second. It will be bigger this year.
Oh yeah, more people every year. Find up for it.
One of the interesting things was the Goldmans were set up last year. You've never really looked at what they do.
They take a shot.
Worldwide.
They take a shot with them.
Yeah.
I mean, they take stages and everything when they show up.
Yeah. So come out and take a look at what they do. Right here in Meridian, Mississippi, your dreams can be built. And they do it every day. Man, that'd be fun. I like old cars and things of that nature. One thing that did happen overnight, we found out that Taiwan, did I say it? Taiwan had a earthquake. I got all off on that. Had an earthquake last night. 7 dead. At least 700 are injured. As we look at this, it's bad. As we look at the different cities and things that are buildings falling down, we certainly hope that it gets better for everybody. No other loss of life is found. That's what we're hoping for on that.
Yeah, they do have, talking about earthquakes now. That bridge, the Key Bridge, they've got 2 shipping lanes open now.
Oh, that's good.
So temporary right now, but they've got 2 sections removed and started opening that up. I think it's more to get traffic out than it is to allow more traffic in. But they're moving on along, so prayers for them. And Taiwan. That's terrible.
Here's another picture there of these leaning buildings. And they're probably like Mississippi, probably not built to withstand things. I'm not sure that you really can build things to withstand an earthquake. Just
Not cheap.
not cheap.
Not cheap. And yeah, because you have to build it to move. You can't build it to be solid.
That's correct. So that's one of the things that happened overnight there.
I love it.
As we saw Easter from the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue was named transgender what? Coming out there.
Invisibility.
Right.
Yeah, or Visibility Day or something. And Biden come up. Well, I never said.
And then there was the press release where it says, I, Joe Biden, do formally, and it did happen, whether they want to or not.
Happened.
But Trump, on the other hand, has released a new date, a new name for a day. November the 5th. He is officially calling it Christian Visibility Day.
That's the way it should be.
Kind of has a ring to it, doesn't it?
It's kind of like those electric cars. If you want one, go buy one. And if you're a manufacturer and you want to build one.
Yeah.
If the ABC thing, the LGBTQRSP, LMOP, if that's you, so be it.
Yeah, more power to you.
But don't make me be any other way than I am.
That's why it's called the land of the free. And, well, it's America. You can choose what you want to do.
Yeah.
Just don't impose on others. Just do your thing there. But we'll see how this works out. As we all know, as the polls show that America has slipped. We're less than half now Christians, where it used to be a top priority. Generation by generation is changing as we have more people. And y'all keep this in mind. The more people that slip across the border, the more it changes the numbers of what we are as a nation. Used to, as we well remember, you had to bring a trade to America to be a part of it.
And you had to have somebody to vouch for you and say, hey, I'll take care of them.
Now we have planes slipping out from the White House, slipping illegal people in.
Yeah, and giving them your money.
It's just changed. 30 years ago, when I got married, America was nothing like it is now. Nothing.
No.
Becky was there. She was standing in the back crying.
Oh,
she ain't gonna want to admit that, but it's true. Hey, we talked about Marilyn Monroe. Is she still got it today? People that have a fascination with Marilyn like you've never seen. They raised it was $4 million from an auction of items that she had. One of the dresses, this dress right here. Let me show this dress. $325,000 was paid for that particular dress. What do you think?
What are you going to do with it? You're not going to wear it? Well, I guess there's some guy out there that put it on.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you got it right, Odie.
$300,000 something.
And look, you could have bought some of her lipstick. Some of this sold there also that was hers in a tube that was with her when she passed away. A lot of items sold, but people, what happened to the dress that she was wearing when she sang Mr. President?
Well, it wasn't much of one.
Right, but that one is probably a classic. But Marilyn, she just really fascinated America, and they've never gotten over that.
That looked like something that the Bunny Man would wear.
This one, it sure does. This is an outfit.
That is Hugh Hefner's.
It is? Was it there?
Scroll back up just a hair.
Yeah, it sure did. Yeah. This is one of the things. What did it bring?
13,000.
Would you have paid? Let's show this picture. $13,000 for Hugh Hefner's.
Well, I'd have paid $13,000 and probably wore that before I would have paid 300-something thousand and let anybody wear it.
You just quit infringing on other people's rights there, Odie. Let people choose what they want to wear. But Hugh Hefner, it's amazing. You know, the one thing that I would buy, and I'm sure it's out there, always wanted Jimmy Stewart's autograph. And I'd like to get Jimmy Stewart's autograph and have it framed and put on the wall. He was just I'd like that. But I hadn't looked for it either. I know they're out there.
Somebody's got one.
It's definitely not ever going to say to Scotty Ray.
Well, it could. Might not be in the same ink.
Right. Pay any amount you want. Already 7:10 this morning as we begin a wonderful, what day is it?
Hump Day! We finally made it halfway through another week, and don't worry. May's coming.
That's right. It sure is. We'll be right back.
Spring is finally here, and at Paris Kubota, we currently have just under 500 mowers in stock. Z-Series 42-inch for only $43.99 cash or around $86 a month, and we're offering free delivery and pickup. And did you know for only $4 a month, you can also add a Husqvarna handheld to your deal? Come see us, Meridian. We've moved to our new location, 2401 Jimmy Rogers Parkway. Stop by in and find you one of these great deals.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Rockhouse Gun & Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun & Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun & Pawn. That means I'm supposed to talk again. Welcome back.
We're back.
Bill says he's got Jim Neighbor's autograph.
Well, golly.
Trying to
That'd
think
be nice to have.
I got John Anderson's autograph. Does that count? Probably not. I guess nobody else.
Well, I mean, it counts. Might not be worth anything.
And in all the places that I just never got autographs. I did get John's many, many moons ago, but that's one of very few that I've ever gotten. But I know there's people that have autographs from just about everybody that ever came to the Jimmy Rogers Festival. There's autographs on the back of the books and things of that nature. And but anyway.
All right, Robin. Where y'all going to be today to buy shirts, coffee mugs, tumblers, all that stuff? This wind is about kicking.
Yeah, it's a bad day.
Pay attention. Scotty Ray's going to post whether we'll be there, so check Scotty Ray Report Facebook. But if we're going to be anywhere, it'll be 5 o'clock this afternoon. Probably from like 5 to 7, we'll be at Greg's Fireworks there on 145 in the Clarkdale, right across the street from Clarkdale Water Association.
But you're not 100% sure that you'll be there yet.
You know what? We're going to be there. We'll be at 5 o'clock. We're going to be there. Bring your own brick. We'll be at Greg's Fireworks at 5:30.
Wind blowing.
Yeah, to sell. So come on out there. We're gonna have cups, coffee mugs, tumblers, and T-shirts. Yeah, we got some mediums, large, extra large, 2X, and a couple 3X.
Yeah, you better. I've told Odie I wear larger, so larger is better.
Well, Greg said, he wears a small. Extra large looks better on him.
I ain't messing with you. Our special guest this morning, who knows a lot about close eyes because she does so much of this, as we welcome Becky. Becky, help me.
Yeah. We need help.
We've got your show coming up this weekend. It's got old Tuesday morning and pull the mic a little bit closer to you there so we can hear you. Grab it from the top there and pull it on down there. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Tuesday mornings, where is that?
It is at the mall.
Over by Village Western Wear in that area?
Yeah, but at the other end.
Okay. The other end
where
of Village
Office Max
Western.
used to be in Joanne's. It's right at the very end of that strip.
I can find you now.
Yes.
So go up, and you'll be there Saturday morning beginning at 9 a.m.?
At 9 o'clock.
So
9 to 3.
What do we have in stock for everybody?
We have a little bit of everything. We have things for children, men, ladies, gift items. We have 2 food trucks coming.
And so this is kind of your Easter.
Well, after Easter. Spring.
Spring. That's the word I was looking for.
Spring extravaganza
fling.
gift show.
The bunny show.
Yeah, the
the
bunny
extended hours there. I'm working. I had Easter on my mind, and spring. It always goes.
Well, Easter
together.
came early this year. Normally, it is before Easter, and it would be an Easter show. But.
So, and it is a little bit of everything from
We have a
men, women,
little bit of
ladies,
everything.
children.
Yeah, we have toys. We have children's clothes. We have a guy coming that does woodworking.
So arts and crafts is still just as popular as it's always
it's art.
been.
Some of it's arts and crafts, and some of it's like more boutique-y clothes, that kind of thing.
I got you
But
there.
it's good to, look, as fast as this year's going, it's a good place to go and start getting your Christmas stuff now.
Oh yeah, it's never
Christmas,
too early to start
birthdays,
Christmas
all
shopping.
that, yeah.
It'll
There'll be a lot of people down there.
Yes, it will. I hope you'll come out and join us for all that goes on there. And come early, see what all we got. I was going to show you a flyer. I've got it here somewhere, Becky. I was going to pull this up because you really went above and beyond. I want everybody to take a look at this. She spent some time late at night putting this thing together. Let me show you what it looks
what's
like.
I can't even
times-
take credit for putting it together.
What's the times we're going to be there? 9 a.m. to
9
3
to
p.m.
3. Yes.
Look at that pink pickup trucks.
Pink pickup trucks.
Golly.
What else could you ask? With flowers in the back.
I'm telling you, you're real good at this.
Is that what color David's going to paint your truck?
I hope not.
And then you can put flowers in the back.
Yeah, it might be cheaper.
She wanted me as I pull this up, and I guess I'll eventually go find one. Let me show you a picture there. But she wanted one of these, me to find one without an engine to put in the front yard, so she could put flowers in the back of it.
Sounds
in front
good to
of.
Why not?
Well, I
She's the one who's got a cut around it.
good point. Good point. But
Exactly.
I guess that is becoming a thing now of arts
Okay.
and.
Yeah.
So, well, there you go. T-shirts galore. I'm trying to think because we've been there a couple of times during these shows.
Oh, yeah.
Always a big turnout.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, food-wise,
You can go ahead and break the news to them.
I hate to say this,
Here it
but
comes.
Jack's not going to be there.
The smoked sausage dogs are not going to be there, but they will be downtown at the Earth Bounty, so you can go down there and get some sausage dogs, and then you can come to the show and shop.
Yeah.
But don't go
get,
to one without the other now.
Go get full down there with
That's right.
the Jack's hot dog, and then come down there from that sausage, filling your belly up.
That's right.
He
And then
was
come
so
walk
wrong.
it off.
Yeah.
He was sort of booked, I guess is what the
Yeah.
word is. And
Yeah.
she didn't tell him he couldn't go.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, there you go. But it's going to be a lot of fun either way that you do this. Something for everyone to come out and visit with. Your doors open up at what time?
At 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. All right. Becky's going to hang around with us here in a minute. Here, we'll find out more about the show, and she's going to think of some more products that might do you some good there. Odie.
Hey, I can always use something good. We got a birthday that come in.
Do we?
Sheridan Tamaya, I hope I pronounced that right. 12 years old today, so happy birthday.
12's a good age.
12's a good age. You're almost one more and you're a teenager. You're still a kid right now. Have fun.
I was reading here it was an article. I don't know, she was an actress, and I don't know a lot of these newer people here, but they jumped on her about a year ago for touching up her photos online. What do you call that? Photoshop.
Yeah.
So she went without it. I'm suggesting she goes back to it.
Well, I mean, now look, there's some of them out there that if they ever go missing, we'll never find them.
Yeah, you won't.
Because they won't like any of their pictures.
And that does happen a lot locally. You see pictures on Facebook, you bump into them, you go,
That ain't you.
boy, you sure aged in the last 24 hours.
Or do they had the lips out?
Somebody took a picture of me about a year ago, and they put a filter on it. I didn't even recognize myself.
Do you do the duck lips when you take a picture?
No, I don't. No, I don't. My lips would not be pretty enough to do that. And I want to bring this up because it's been such a part of American history. They're getting ready to tear down the Tropicana. And what am I talking about? This is Las Vegas. Let me show you a picture of it. This is from Daily Mail. This is getting ready to be torn down for a baseball field.
A baseball field.
Yep, it's coming. This has been in every famous movie star from Elizabeth Taylor. All of these folks have gone there. It's just a part of the strip that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Here's an old black and white picture of it way back in the day, but it won't be there much longer.
It was shorter then, wasn't it?
It does kind of look a little bit shorter, doesn't it? They might
Grown
have,
up since that picture.
they added a few things. Who is this here? That was just a showgirl, and of course the guy is there. But it was many a show there, but no longer will it be. So if you're going to be in that area, take a picture of it. It will be one of those things you can tell your grandkids about. You saw it.
And then go watch it being blown down.
That is such interesting stuff.
It is. to watch them implode it and come straight on down into one little lot.
Yeah, and then not hurting anything around it. Somebody must have paid attention in school is all I got to say. Scotty Ray and Odie will be right back.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Welcome back as we go to Kemper County for our lead story this morning. Armed robbery is what we're talking about. If you go up Highway 397, you go outside of DeKalb there, eventually you'll make your way toward Preston, Mississippi, and they have a Dollar General in Preston that has been robbed at gunpoint, Odie, as we pull up the lead story. Do you happen to know this person? Do you recognize him? Contact the Kemper County Sheriff's Department. Monday night around 9:45 p.m., probably just as they were getting ready to close, is where all of this happened. They got the money and fled the store and went the northeast direction.
Somebody knows who that resembles, and that shirt would most likely stick out. Somebody knows that.
You know, even tennis shoes can give you away as you look at the stuff.
You don't have to call and give a name. Call Crime Stoppers. You can call 911. You can keep that secret. But,
the telephone number to the sheriff's office, 743-4880, or simply dial 911. They'll also do it. East Mississippi Crime Stoppers, where if you know something, they'll pay you a little bit there.
You can get a little bit of money from it.
Still anonymous, as well as if you go through East Mississippi Crime Stoppers. A big thing to do there. But we don't need this going on. Kemper County, and you got to put yourself, as we've talked about, you remember the young girls that was at the last robbery we had where it shook them up?
Yes.
It shook somebody up here also.
Now they've got to live with it.
Yeah, and every time somebody walks in late when you're getting ready to close, you're going to suspect something's going to happen.
You're starting to look at everybody now, and just you're more focused on what they're doing than what you need to be focused on, and that's still everything around you.
Yeah.
But that right there puts you in a state of mind that you don't need to be in.
All right, so that's going on. Again, let me show that picture one more time there, Odie. Here it is, and let's click on this, make it bigger so everybody can see the person one more time. There they are. You can find it on our page. Share it from our page to yours. You never know who will run across it on the news feed and go, wow, I know that person. Yeah. Share it so everyone else can know about it. We had an accident yesterday in Newton County. It was in the 4500 block of Pine Bluff Road. Boy, that's a tongue twister. It was a rollover accident there. And, of course, as always, it's scary when something like that. I think everybody's going to be okay in the end. Now, let me move to another wreck that we had out on Highway 494. This would be right here. Let me show you the little map here, and then we'll show you the car. This would be out near Marshall Beeman Road here, Pleasant Ridge Road, right there. Now, let's show you the car there that was involved in that. Kind of messed that one up.
Ooh, ow.
As we did, fire department responded, Mississippi Highway Patrol. I even want to say the deputies arrived on scene at that accident. No major injuries, thank heavens. We've been very fortunate lately in all of our wrecks and things that nothing has gone on. Now, shockingly yesterday, let's go back here. Just out of nowhere, it was ting, 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 ting. Look at this.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Now, let's look at that ruler there. Let me zoom in on that there. As you get it, that's close to 1 inch, isn't it? If you go right, it's right at 1 inch in size.
7/8 or so.
So kind of dangerous stuff that we had yesterday. Now, let me show you a scene here from Collinsville as we got to the Red Hot, as they were sitting there. Let me pull this video up, and let's hit play on this, Odie. Look at this.
It's 80 degrees outside.
Collinsville, Mississippi. bunch of hail there. That was really doing some wonders to paint jobs on cars.
Yeah, that when you've got that kind of disturbance, that temperature from way up is starting to come down on top of you a little bit. It starts putting you in a different mind frame of what is this weather fixing to do.
Here's a look at the storm as it approached yesterday afternoon from Clay Young Farms. So Clay sent that into us. Look at that. Some old clouds coming over those chicken houses there. Now, fortunately, yet again, we were spared yesterday.
Yes, sir, we were.
We had some rain, some heavy rain there to about 7 to 7:45. It was horrific rain, but that was it. We didn't get any warnings. We did get a tornado watch for a moment that expired, and we're blessed. We must have been living right lately. That's the way I look at it. We'll keep it to that.
So Bill says he's got his first doctor's appointment today with the people who kept him alive and fed him green beans.
You watch them green bean people.
He said, thank you for all the prayers that everybody gave him, and we're still with you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Sure are there. But those green beans somehow or another keep you alive. You just, after you escape, you never want to see them again. It's like, woo, I remember that.
Yeah. Ooh.
We have a fishing rodeo also on Saturday that we're going to bring up for the kids, 9 to 11. This is going to be going on April the 20th. Not this Saturday, but on the 20th. Bring your own bait and poles and go at it. It's going to be at QVC Sykes Park. Always fun time out there for the kids on that. That's not that long off, Odie. They'll get to do that.
No, it's not.
Now, we're not real sure what they were discussing, but we're going to take you live to the scene of what was going on in Clark County yesterday as we visit our friends at Clark County Hot Topics. Who's that in the picture? That's the sheriff.
The sheriff himself talking to the kids.
There at Enterprise. We want to say thank you. It's important that things like this are done. It is. It teaches kids about law enforcement and shows that, well, cops are friendly also.
It is, and that they're there to help. Look at Mr. Don Moore sitting back there, bringing them in. He happy retirement. He just retired from EMEPA, I believe it was.
Right.
And now back with the Sheriff's Department doing some work with them. So good to see Mr. Don out there.
But a big thank you to Anthony and the gang going out for doing that for schools. You don't see that as much anymore. It used to be a common thing, but we get that rolling again. It teaches early age of respect and what it's all about.
Yeah. That
Always
it does.
Let's see here what else has been happening in the areas. We're going to take a look at south of us, Jackson County. There's nothing worse, and this happens locally also. I've reported on it several times. A construction site. Thieves show up in the middle of the night and they want to borrow everybody's tools, and then nobody can get anything done the next day. Jackson County, that's toward the beach there. They've arrested 2, and they got a warrant out for 2 other people that done the naughty. It turns out it was a family thing, 3 of them in the same family.
You know, that's what makes the cost of go up on everything, construction altogether. It's not just the supplies, but now you've got these contractors who come in. They've got to go out and replace all the tools that you just stole.
That's right.
All of the items that you just took away from there. Insurance, if they do file it on insurance, the cost of insurance just went up. And of course, these people here that steal this junk, they don't care. It doesn't bother them a bit. They're not a member of society. They're just a waste of time.
But that was one of those things. It was 4 of them together, and 3 of them were kin. They left 2 behind.
Yeah.
Kept going. Here's something that is serious. We've had this threat over and over in our areas. We'll see kids mouth off at school and threaten a school. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, as we go over to Rankin County, we got one sentenced. He was 18 and in school when he done this. But he also, when he made the threat, happened to have a firearm on him in a backpack. He has been sentenced, Odie. He's been sentenced to 10 years, 6 years suspended. He will serve 4 years in jail for threatening to shoot up a school in Rankin County, Mississippi. And that needs to happen to show that this can happen. This is not a joke.
Wow.
4 years, actually behind bars, turned over to the Department of Corrections, MDOC. He's off to the house, as they say. But this cannot be taken lightly. I know somebody else had sent me a message of somebody that threatened, they didn't mean it. Shouldn't have said it.
Well, another one that
you become an adult when you say things like this.
And another one that just destroyed his life. Over something.
Well, he got mad at a teacher. She told him to sit down, and he wasn't, number one, paying attention in class, disrespecting a teacher, and then it got out of hand. And bad news there.
Well, and Terry said they don't play with those threats anymore. And we can't. We cannot do that. It's time to be proactive and not reactive. You've seen what reactive does, and that gets schools up north and stuff shot, and people lose their lives because they are not proactive. You cannot be reactive when it comes to our kids' lives and well-being, and you have to do what you've got to do. And if the law says you can't do it, then you can't do it. You can't run in a building and yell fire or bomb.
It's a no-no.
And there's reasons for that. Same thing with this. You cannot threaten a school because of every life that's there.
Now, here's a name that you don't hear as much about. I don't know whether they've backed down or if the national media just not covered as much. Do you remember MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers?
Yeah.
You used to see that all the time, and I rarely see a quote or anything floating around from it. But Jackson, Mississippi, we have someone else who is going to be headed off to jail, Brandon. As we see, a 17-year-old was arrested for DUI. 2 weeks later, he hits someone head on, kills her. She was in 61, 62, and she was a former advocate for MAD. It's ironic that she gets killed by what she had always supported in life. He's going to jail also for taking someone's life. Drinking and driving, especially at an early age.
You said 17?
17. He's being charged as an adult.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. He will serve 15 years in the Department of Corrections for this. Happened in 2022 is when the wreck happened there. Highway 471 in Brandon. Head-on collision there. She was 62 years old. She was a nurse. Beverly Luckett lost her life. And again, she was a part of the MAD group there. But again, did you show that picture? I mean, look how young this fella is.
He's a real young. This is from our friends over at Dark Horse Press. Yeah. That's a baby face.
That's a baby face. But you chose to do what you did. I hate to say it, but oh well.
That loss was life.
You've got to suffer what you did to yourself, and we hate that, and we pray for the family that's both families. Now his parents are having to go through his loss. But wow.
His name is Colby James Tackett, 17 years old, intoxicated, swerved into the victim's lane, hit her head on. That's just. Thought y'all wanted to know that as we look at the stories that are around America this morning. We'll be right back. We're going to change the attitude a little bit, get it a little bit more upbeat off of but you got to know the good with the bad, as we always do as it comes along. We'll be right back as Becky is still waiting in the wings over there.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And if you watched George Strait, Pure Country, you remember the song like the Pony Express and the Wild Wild West, I'll ride hard all night long?
The Pony
Overnight
Express.
Mail. Well, it's 1860 as we go back for that today in history. The Pony Express was, well, it debuted. Now, I'm not saying that was a bad job, but I'm pretty sure there's people that chased you for miles as you trotted across there with letters and things of value.
You know it was 4 cents.
That's changed there. The Pony Express. Been a long, long time since that came about. This would be a day that I guess what you would call, it's a Robin Hood story. Of someone taking from the rich and giving to the poor, and it all began over someone, well, hurting their mama. And you hurt somebody's mama, you could drive a good man to become a bad man. And who am I talking about? It ain't Robin Hood, but it's pretty close as we go back to Jesse James, the dirty coward that shot Mr. Howard. Jesse James was shot in the back today. He passed away of straightening a picture on his wall. Ford was the name. He was going under is the guy that shot him, and of course he'd taken the name Howard.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah,
and I watched a couple of his movies and still didn't know.
He had moved out, going to make it there, and that was part of his gang, one of the Fords, and he was given enough money supposedly. Now there is rumored that all of that was staged, and that Mr. Howard, aka Jesse James, rode away, and no one ever knows.
Yeah, I don't know that.
It's probably
process,
like the Elvis thing. He probably did die there.
Yeah.
So, but it happened today, way back when. Who remembers watching Gone with the Wind? I think most of us did growing up. Becky's rolling her eyes at me over there. You didn't sit through the 4 hours of that?
Not all at once.
1893, and I have to think back. Captain Rhett Butler was the star of the show, but Scarlett had this unwavering fascination with Ashley, and Ashley was not a handsome fella. Ashley was just like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
But she had a thing for him. And then Rhett just finally, goes, you can have him. I'm walking out the door. It's foggy and blanket, I'm gone. That's what he said. As we go back to remember Leslie Howard, the guy that played Ashley. He couldn't help what he looked like.
Yeah, he was born that way.
He sure was. 1893 he came along. But I've often wondered about that. They didn't focus a lot. I guess they focused more on acting than they did of trying to make it look like she really wanted to leave Rhett for him. He only owned 12 Oaks. Captain Butler, he owned everything. He was playing with the guards, poker, if y'all remember, didn't beat them all. Whatever will be. Wasn't that how that theme song? I did not like this TV show. I know a lot of you loved it, but man, if I was like homesick, I couldn't watch it. I had to flip through the channel quick. It was not, no, I had to get up. We didn't have one of those remote controls. As we go back to remember Doris Day, y'all remember her? Born in 1922 on this date. Was she all that in a bag of chips? Did I just miss the boat?
You missed the boat. Nothing special. She's pretty.
Yeah, I don't know. Her show just didn't have it for me.
I'm not going to hang her on the wall.
No. It won't be on our Hall of Fame.
No.
We got.
Not like Daisy Duke.
Yeah. Lonnie Anderson.
Did you hear that, Julia?
1924, everybody remembers this guy because of the part that he played. He played it well.
Yes,
the name Marlon Brando. Now, he's done a lot of movies, but you will remember him for this part here as we go back to remember him in The Godfather. Yeah. He was born in 1924. He played the part good. Kind of scary looking, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got that I'll kill you kind of look.
Yeah, they have that and drive Cadillacs with big trunks.
Yeah, long, big trunks.
Who remembers Oh Lonesome Me? Love that song. As we go back to remember Don Gibson, born on this day back in 1928. That's and just to show you how society has changed. Look what's in his hand.
Yeah, on a cover.
That was just common.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. How when I was in high school, I smoked. And we had a smoking section.
That's right.
And then when I went to MCC, you smoked going up, you smoked in the hallways, and you had an ashtray right there at the door, to put it out. You couldn't smoke inside the classroom.
You could in the hall.
But you could in the hall, and you'd go see somebody at the hospital, and
In the little waiting room there, they were there also.
They were there. You could smoke in the patients' rooms. It was just more accepted.
What did we have? The Winston Cup back in the day. That's gone
had
too.
Winston Cup. Yeah, of course I was a Marlboro man.
No, I'm talking about the actual race.
But the race, yeah, Winston Cup race.
But things of and I remember seeing Waylon in tons of pictures. Now that would be taboo. You got to get rid of that.
Well, Perry Mason, it's all in them. They smoke.
Even Andy, occasionally, when he was very disturbed on the front porch, would have one trying to get away from Aunt B. Them pickles. 1942, I'll pen a note on your pillow. Does that make anybody ring a bell as who I'm talking about? We burn like a rocket down in the boondocks. Am I hitting anything for anybody? Maybe not. Okay, I'll just go ahead and show you. Billy Joe Royal was born on this date. He had sort of a comeback there, a very short-lived career there that second time around there. But he was born in 42 on this day. Let's see here. I remember this guy from several appearances. He was on Mr. Ed one time. He's appeared in different shows, but the vacation
movies, yeah,
where he got the hots for another man's wife, and he just kept tempting her, trying to woo her away from Chevy Chase.
And almost happened.
That close.
Yeah.
Wayne Newton was born on this date back in 42. Do y'all remember when they foreclosed on him and he had a double wide that was worth like $4 million? I never quite understood that.
Yeah, okay.
He had to have borrowed money against it, and it just shut. It was a lot of money for a double wide. It was an astronomical amount. Everybody was going, what?
You can have this.
Wayne Newton, he is Mr. Las Vegas.
I've seen him here. I say here. I've seen him at the casino.
He even, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he on Bonanza also as a guest one time?
Now that I don't know. Greg would.
Yeah. But Wayne Newton, boy, he made it. And who was the other guy that was kind of like him that was Mr. Hawaii when he showed up over? Oh, Mr. Tiny Bubbles. Y'all remember him? Tiny Bubbles. I just can't remember his name. Don Ho. That was his name.
Don Ho. That's
for
right.
Hawaii. Who is Mr. Las Vegas now? Who is the show to go see up there? It went from him to Elvis. Is it Garth? Does Garth do that?
Is he playing up there?
He did at one point. I don't know if he's still there or not.
That's something to look at. Huh? I'm not real sure. Yeah, Silver Star. Thank you, Alligator. I couldn't remember what it was.
Well, there's a lot of things of songs that stick with you through the years. Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Anybody remember that one?
Yep.
And what is that I see? 100 yellow ribbons tied around the old oak tree?
Tie yellow ribbon around the old
Tony Orlando was born on this date back in 1944. He looks absolutely nothing like that today, so we didn't show you his picture. We don't want to ruin it for you. We're just going to leave that memento of what he used to look like.
That'll
Age
work.
catches everybody, and we'll leave it. But that was a huge song of coming back from the war and riding on the back of the bus, and he was going to stay on it if she didn't want him.
Well, you didn't have a cell phone, so you didn't have constant contact with them.
That's true.
You had really no idea.
She couldn't say, "Go away."
Yeah.
Don't come back.
Don't want to get a dear
No
John
more,
back.
no more, no more. It was a big day in 1948. Something big was going on in Nashville. It was called WSM, as they had the Grand Ole Opry every night. But occasionally, a superstar would be kicked off the stage. The Opry ran country music. There's no doubt. If you were not on the Opry, you didn't get concert money. You got nothing. But the trick was you had to be back in Nashville Saturday night to perform. That was part of the deal to be promoted.
Wow.
They fired this guy, and it probably caused his greatest fame. It began in Shreveport, Louisiana on this date, the Louisiana Hayride. Anybody remember that? Old guy named Elvis also attended there. And well, Hank had to go down and star on another show after he got fired from the Opry. Hanging out at Tootsie's sort of got him there.
Yeah.
Can't drink up here, Hank. Oh, yeah, I can.
Watch this.
He did it 1 or 2 times. This is the picture this guy will go down being. He was in a lot of great movies, but he's turned out to be a whiny baby. And when you're a whiny baby, we have to point it out. And you pick on photographers and try to whoop them, and your wife may be
the way you
a little
treat
extreme.
your wife.
Yeah. Alec Baldwin, born on this date in 58.
It shows what kind of fella you really are.
Yeah, he's Not my type of people.
You ain't what you think you is.
I forget which movie was it. The name of it, to where he was sent on a submarine to contact somebody that was trying to. Was it Red October? The Hunt for Red October? Was he?
I don't know. Sean Connery was in that one.
Right, but he was on some boat where he had to contact somebody. It'll come to me later. This has got to be the funniest man in America. This
like
day and time.
Dude. Yes.
Started out on Saturday Night Live, and I'll never forget him taking the gold chain and said, if you're ever lost in Harlem, he said, pull your necklace up and put it around your necklace and go, achoo! And he said, let the moonlight catch you. He said, ain't nobody gonna mess with you. Talking cars.
Oh, yeah.
The Nutty
Someone
Professor.
stole your battery.
And as we get into
Coming to America.
Yeah, and they're going to remake, if I'm not mistaken, correct me, more Beverly Hill Cops. Isn't that in the making?
I hope so. Because Axel was, Because this guy didn't just play his part.
Man.
Eddie'd have 7 different characters going in the same movie at one time. What was he was the big guy.
Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor.
He played those parts good.
Yeah. Now, Austin said, yeah, you're right. It was in Red October.
Yeah, Red October it was, where he was the guy that was going to... It was good. But
Eddie Murphy is the man.
He is. He's funny. You can't beat it. Where do you find love after the fire's gone? You find it wherever it is. 1971, 2 people went into a studio today, and they put it to record, and it's been mimicked many times, but never recaptured. As we remember Conway and Loretta as they recorded it. After the fire's gone, love is where you find it, when you get no love at home.
Woof.
Almost makes my heart go pitter-patter. That is a country song. I don't care who you are. If y'all are watching this and go, I don't understand country, look that up.
Just because you're listening to the news stuff.
It had all kinds of meanings there. It means that somebody would... Because we talked about it being cheating songs, but boy, this tells why he cheated. He got no loving at home. He had to go somewhere.
Why he was drinking?
Yeah.
What happened to his dog?
Let's see here. Jennifer, I may have to check this out. I may have misspelled this. It seems like her name was Jennifer Garth, and maybe I spelled it wrong. But she was on 90210. I'd have to Google it to make sure. Y'all remember her?
No.
She was a pretty girl, and if you watched that was that guy Dylan. I think he dated her on there.
She was pretty, but I didn't watch any of that.
My wife loved 90210s.
So you watched some of it?
I did, and I always complained, and she always made me leave the room because I messed up the TV show for her.
You wouldn't talk during the commercials, only during the show.
Because I always had a comeback. I don't believe that.
Because you wanted to watch the commercials, didn't you?
Becky, let me ask you this. Were you a bit in the 70s? This guy, was it Tiger Beat? Wasn't that teen? Did you ever have Tiger Beat, that magazine? All right.
I did.
One of the guys, and he was on a Partridge show, if I remember right.
Partridge Family.
Were you a big fan of his?
Oh, yeah. David Cassidy.
Yeah, she gets him. 1977, little girls' hearts were broken as he got married today.
I remember that too.
Well, all right then.
He forgot the marriage license. They had to delay it, and somebody had to go get it. But was he all that in a bag of chips on the ladies'
I thought he was at that point.
Oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
Me and Odie find out things every day.
Yeah, we learn something new every day.
David Cassidy, I admit that he was big. His music, he was on the Brady Bunch the other day when I walked through, and he was recording a song, and Marcia wanted him to sing at her high school prom.
Well, she was president.
That was Davy Jones.
Davy Jones. She was president of the Davy Jones fan club.
Hey, that's my time.
That was a horrible song that he sang on the Brady Bunch, by the way.
It wasn't that
He was
good.
bad. It wasn't no After the Fire's Gone, I can guarantee you that. 1980, this would end after a run in 1971. A show would quit, it'd be over, as, Jed was looking for work. He would stumble upon, a few months later, another show where he would become a detective. It was night and day as to the characters that he played.
I mean, totally different, and it's something that you don't see now. You just don't go from a comedy to a serious role that quick.
And we brought up her name yesterday because she was Miss America in 1955. Marianne Weather, what was her name?
Mobley.
Mobley?
Mobley, that's something.
There
like
she
that.
is.
Yeah.
As Barnaby Jones ended in 1980 today. Boy, he played that part great.
And 8 seasons. I mean, that's a long time.
Me and old Barnaby.
Lee Merriweather.
That's who it was. Bill's on this.
The Bill's got it. I think
okay.
your appointment's going to go good.
You feeling better, Bill? Let's see here.
Green beans.
Out of all the stuff, this was the song, and it was still going. It was number one for a few days, but this one being remembered there of Hank Jr., which really influenced my life. Of how this became his very first number one after he fell off the mountain, and he changed. And I don't know who come up with this creative album cover, but it said "I'm rowdy."
Oh,
And I'm here to stay. As they had to find 2 ladies that might have been drinking.
Yeah, they were in the other booth, and they said, "Hey, can y'all come here?"
Hank Williams Jr., the album Rowdy, and of course it had Texas women in it. They were drinking. I just want to let you know that. Yep.
No, they were sipping on it.
Number one in 1982, as we talked about, he lost his wife this weekend. The lead singer for the Oak Ridge Boys, Dwayne Allen, lost his life. But his wife, over the weekend in 1982. They were number one on the radio with a song called Bobby Sue. Can't you see my heart is true? And I can't do that deep. I can't even cover it. But as we go back for that, to remember that, the Oaks. This is Dwayne here on the end.
Wow.
And I think a few, they're starting to retire now and call it quits after those many, many years. And they also, if I'm not mistaken, Odie started out as a gospel group. Country used to have a real close relationship with that, where the group would start out country and then make their way.
Well, and now that you say that, I think you're right on that.
Statler Brothers done the same thing and then bumped on up to that. I remember when this came out, it was 1990. I was, I'd been in radio, I think 3 years then. Yeah, at least 3 years. Old boy from Philadelphia was making a name for himself. He'd been hanging out in Nashville since he was about 12, left on a bus in the middle of the night, and off he went. But it was the Hillbilly Rock Day, as Marty Stewart released it there to radio. It would become a big hit for him there.
He had that scarf.
Not then. Well, he did have a scarf.
He was wearing it, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's not. He doesn't. He wasn't wearing it like he wears it now.
I just never liked this song. It was number one, but I got to be honest. I cannot. What was it? George Washington said, "I cannot tell a lie," or was that Abe?
No, that was George Washington.
George said it. And I
cherry
can't.
trees.
Yeah. This is just bad. I didn't like it. I know a lot of you used it as a wedding song.
Yeah. Only kid around with an axe, and the only tree that's been chopped down. He goes, "Well, I can't tell a lie." Well, duh.
Got it in my hand. Loving Blind was number one. This was right after he had married Lisa Hartman Black, as she got her new last name there. And
was it hyphenated?
I don't know. I've honestly never watched a movie that she was in.
Me neither. I remember.
I just know her name. And then that's about the time that he took his cowboy hat off and went and bought him a Porsche, and I never listened to him again. He just lost touch with his audience.
No, she said you're going to dig that up. Okay.
That may have been what happened. But we
call that whooped.
I remember watching it on Crook and Chase. They were interviewing me, and I thought, who are you? I don't like you no more.
Where's your persona?
Yeah. 1996, they arrested somebody. They've been after him for quite a while. Anybody remember the Unabomber?
Yeah, boy.
What a sketch. And they did get him. A lot of people were injured by that fellow there. Bad
brother
folks.
turned him in.
Yeah. Now, as we go back to 2004, he can't. I remember meeting this guy when he was virtually nobody. He couldn't get a record deal. He'd been dropped by everyone that he'd ever been on. Me and Debbie sat at a table with him because he didn't have any other friends. He sat with us.
Hey, come on, we got room.
So he sat down with us, and I want to say Leroy Parnell sat down with us that night. And this guy, about a year later, started getting some name recognition. He had a song that came out called "Living High Off Someone Else's Hog." Now, it was funny, but it didn't go very far. But it would be not long after that, he would become a household name to where he had a whole attitude adjustment, to where he picked up what the George Strait of school is, of you be nice to everybody. He dropped his attitude, revamped himself and became a national star as Kenny Chesney went number 1 with When the Sun Goes Down, became a beach bum.
Wonder if he remembers you.
No.
Tell him, say, look.
He ain't got no clue who I am
I'm the
now.
one that invited you to my dinner table. Well, we need to have a talk.
He's gone. I don't even know what year that was. I want to say that he even came to the Choctaw Indian Fair before he was somebody. He was like an opening act. Many moons ago when the chief was still around running things.
John said the clinical term for him is nuts.
And you're right. Bob is right. He really did not become somebody until the horse was stolen and Tim McGraw took up for him and he was arrested. Mounted, if you don't know the story, the mounted police were there and he was hitting on or talking to one of the police officers' daughter, and she goes, "Sure, ride the horse." At least that's what he said. And he went off on a ride on the horse, and the next thing you know, the entire city police department arrested him.
Wow.
Made him a household name. So I guess it does pay to be an outlaw.
Yeah, if you're going to do country music.
I'm going to let you get arrested first, and
I'm
tell
not
me how it
gonna
goes.
do it. We don't even have a horse anymore.
I don't want one either.
We had 2 Clydesdales.
Yeah, we lost them.
Yeah.
But I remember back in the mountain days. That's a little look at history today. More coming up with Scotty Ray at Odeo this Wednesday morning. Let's put a smile on. Let's make this a good day together. We'll be right back.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian area, offering independent living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray and Odie. Do you remember watching, and we've talked about it because I've laughed every time I think of the movie, Happy Gilmore?
Yes.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
We've had one of the cast members pass away. And it shocks me that this guy could have even been 82. I don't know when that movie was released, but it seems like yesterday. But apparently it was not. A guy named Joe Flattery. Let me show you his picture. You'll remember this when we show this. Remember him there, the heckler in the crowd on Happy Gilmore? Very, very fun. Did I pronounce it right?
That's the way I'd go with it, yeah. Flattery.
Why not change your name to Jones where I can pronounce it?
That's like, hey, you need to come get this guy on Sycamore Street. How do you spell Sycamore?
Yes.
Look, I tell you what, I'm going to drag him over here to Lee Street. I'll just pick him up over here.
Here's another view of this guy. You've seen him there. This is from Daily Mail. Very recognizable face. He's been in a lot of movies, but prayers go out to the family there. We lose another movie star there. We had someone fall off of Mount St. Helens. Y'all know the mountain we're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one that blew up.
Yeah, a 42-year-old has fell to his death off of this, 1,200 feet. Y'all watch that mountain climbing. It's serious business.
You go on that because you're on the ground the whole time.
No, sir. I don't like edges. I don't like see-through elevators, and what I mean by that is glass elevators. They're no-nos in my world. I don't even like them enclosed ones. We had somebody this week at a local hospital get hung in the elevator, and I thought, I'm glad I ain't you right now.
Well, they were at least at the hospital.
Yeah, they were third floor, hung. I thought, oof. Becky, does that bother you of being, if you were hung in an elevator, would you get that moment of, is it claustrophobia?
Mm-hmm. I'm very claustrophobic anyway.
Oh, you can imagine if you were a short person and got stuck in the elevator.
Ooh.
I'm going to roll on here. I ain't even going to ask what you meant by that.
Well, it smells different to a shorter person.
I'm not even touching that. American Idol judge is slammed for being rude to judges. Then they smarted off to Luke Brown. Okay, it's okay to smart off to Luke Brown. He wears fancy breeches that the rest of us don't. But what are the odds of you winning American Idol when you smart off to the judges? Yeah. I mean, really, it's not going to work out for you. So that happened in the news this week of what went on nationally there. Wow. I didn't know a human could get this, but they're claiming that a 55-year-old woman has passed away from the mad cow disease. 100% deadly, no known cause or cure for it. Now, Michigan is where she was from.
Wow.
I mean, that makes you more or less just go wild from what I understand. But that did happen.
I don't think that's mad cow disease. I think that's just normal people, something.
That may be.
Check it, because these people are using these synthetic drugs that they think is a drug, and it does them that way. You remember that marijuana, that fake marijuana stuff?
Oh, yeah, and it's still a bad one out there.
Yeah.
I think this lady is a star. Y'all help me out of knowing who she is. A woman named Jennifer Garner. Isn't she a movie star?
Yeah.
Her father has passed away at 85. We pass along condolences to her also. So that's some of the headlines that are happening this morning. Let's see, it seemed like there was another big story that I want to pass along that I can't seem to find. We'll be right back as we'll recap things with Becky and what's coming up downtown Meridian this weekend as we go up to the mall for the big spring show. We'll find out more on the way with Scotty Ray and Odie. Your next appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, drop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers. A showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen, Amana, and delivery is available. With a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. and by appointment after hours and weekends.
Fantasy Cottage Floral and Gifts is located in downtown Quitman, directly across the street from the post office. They are your one-stop shop for all of your floral and gift-giving needs. They have everything you need to make those you care about feel special, from a fully stocked gift shop to roses, mixed flower arrangements, and plants. Whether it be a special occasion or just because, remember them in your time of need for all of your funeral floral arrangements. Call on Fantasy Cottage Floral and Gifts at 601-776-3010.
Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. Found the story that I was going to bring up just a moment ago is not making fun of anybody. We can all get to a point in our life to where, well, you just don't know as much as you used to.
Yeah.
We go to 1600 Vania Avenue to the White House as Al Roker is interviewing our President of the United States. His name is Joe Biden. And they said, what is your fondest memory so far of being in office for the past 3 years? And he goes, you got to, and I'll explain this in a second. He goes, my fondest memory is my grandkids sneaking up to us in the bed and jumping in bed with us. Here's the problem. I think his youngest grandkid is 40. I think, aren't they all adults?
Yeah, they're all adults.
Bless his heart.
And he has no clue. Now, he does have that one grandchild that's still a little child.
But that's not a great?
No, remember, this is the one that
just
went to court
Found out about the illegitimate child.
And his son, they didn't have a choice. But
And he
to
wouldn't
say,
pay
yes,
to
it's
take
his.
care of what he done.
So they had to, the court said, yeah, dog, it's yours.
Yep. And it was.
Oh, okay.
That tells you the character of the family if anybody's wondering.
But I promise you, that child ain't never been in the White House.
No, sir. Has
and
not.
didn't jump in there.
But I thought you might find that.
And Gary says that you wouldn't make it on the cruise ship.
No, I didn't realize that they had elevators that were.
You know, I'll show you one. I've got a video.
That's okay.
Of the elevator going up and then one of us going in it.
I thought you were at the table Saturday night when Angie, my wife, made fun of me in the video that she has somewhere.
I was there.
Did you hear her describing that?
Oh, I loved it.
I get real nervous with heights.
It was just the 8th floor.
It doesn't matter. I was still scared to death.
Never left the room again.
Becky, as we get ready for your show, you've known I've been scared of heights all my life.
I'm scared of heights too.
We're getting ready for your big extravaganza spring fling.
No.
No? How do you say it?
It's spring extravaganza gift show.
Spring.
Yeah, extravaganza. I've learned how to spell that too. All these years.
That is a tough one to remember there. But y'all have a lot of gifts and ideas that are going to be available beginning at 9 a.m. up at Former Tuesdays.
Yes, that Tuesday morning building.
Just left off that one word.
I know. Can't do that.
But you'll be there from 9 until 3, is that correct?
Yes, we will.
A lot to see and come do. Give us a synopsis of why to come see you. What we going to find? What have I left off?
Let me think.
No, we covered a lot of things.
Literally, we have everything with the sausage dogs. Literally, we have something for everybody. We have stuff for men. We have stuff for children. We have stuff for women. We have clothing, gifts, woodworking, candles, jewelry. I mean, everything you can think of. And be sure and go by Earth's Bounty on the way and see Jack. Some sausage dogs.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. And again, it's going to be a great show. We're going to stop by and visit with you on Saturday morning. Also, it's coming up this weekend at Bonita Lakes Mall, also known as Uptown Mall now.
Uptown Mall.
She's been living in her high class world.
Yeah, see? You know.
Billy Joel. I mean, where did y'all get this? You going to play me a song? Because you're the piano man?
Piano man. I like that song. I really do.
Jack, he's still in the Navy and probably always will.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I can't remember now that you got me on the spot.
But boy, I sure like that. Play me a song, you're the piano man.
Piano man.
They've been coming to see me, whatever. Anyway, let's give away a coffee mug to the oldest. No.
Yeah, not the oldest. But
just a drawing.
Just a drawing, because we got Lance Wilson's 46 today. Coach Don Harper, 73. Ariel Smith is 4. Chief Ricky Nelson and his wife celebrating 60 years of marriage. Courtney Terrell's having a birthday. Johnny and Tina Cumberland, 42 years together. Faith Salashi.
Okay.
I'll go with that. I'm not sure. If it's not right, I'm sorry. 18 years old today. And Laurel Hunt, 33 years old today. So
let's hit that spinning wheel and see who our winner is.
And see what we got here. Woo! Johnny and Tina Cumberland, winner of today's Hyundai of Meridian Scotty Ray Report coffee mug. I almost showed.
Well, we got off the wrong track a while ago. I lost compass there.
We will show that because that'll be one for sale tonight.
Yeah.
At 5:30, Greg's Fireworks, Highway 145. Come by there, 5:30 to 7, something like that. Will be set up. So come on.
Bill tells us as we go back for the piano man, it was Davey who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life. That was the line.
That's it.
Remember. As always, we thank you for being a part of our show. We always like to give thanks for the reason that we're really here. We leave you with a Bible verse that, well, Odie has chosen. What do we got today, Odie?
Well, you know, I had one and I liked it. But one thing is, brother of mine, Joe, sent this to me and he said, I think this is a great one. I read it and I said, you know what? It is. It is beautiful. 1 John 1, verse 9. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. That's all. Every one of us sin every single day. we do something that we fall short of the glory of God. But there's one thing that he told us. All we have to do is ask him for forgiveness. And he does. Unforgiven love. He's got it unconditionally, no matter what. Enjoy your day. Have a wonderful day. We'll be back in a little bit less than 23 hours, but you never know what you'll find here. But you'll find love because we love each and every one of you.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.